Deep in the heart of the Indian jungle, where tall trees touched the sky and sunlight danced through the leaves, lived a cheerful boy named Mowgli. He was brave, clever, and loved by all the creatures of the forest. One warm morning, Mowgli woke up with a growling stomach. "Oh no," he laughed, holding his belly. "I need a big snack." Baloo the bear, who was dozing nearby, opened one sleepy eye. "A big snack?" he rumbled. "How big?" "As big as the whole jungle," Mowgli declared proudly. Baloo chuckled. "Then we must begin a jungle snack quest." Mowgli climbed on Baloo's back, and they walked through the jungle until they reached the banana grove. The air smelled sweet, and the trees were heavy with ripe, golden bananas. Mowgli reached for one, but suddenly a chatter of monkeys burst from the branches. "Bananas are for monkeys," they squeaked. Mowgli smiled kindly. "Can I have one? Just one big banana for my big snack." The monkeys looked at each other, whispering and giggling. Finally, the oldest monkey hopped down and said, "We will give you bananas if you can beat us in the banana balance game." Mowgli accepted. He balanced a banana on his head, walking across a fallen log. The monkeys danced, flipped, and swung, but Mowgli took slow, steady steps, just like Baloo had taught him. He reached the other side without dropping the banana. Hooray! The monkeys cheered and handed him a whole bunch of bananas. Next, Baloo led Mowgli to Honey Hill, where the bees made the best honey in the jungle. "Remember," Baloo warned, "we must ask politely." Mowgli approached the hive and bowed. "Hello, Queen Bee. May I have a little honey for my snack?" The queen buzzed proudly. "Honey is precious. But if you help us solve a problem, you may have some." "What problem?" Mowgli asked. "A strong wind blew last night and knocked down our little bee's practice hive. Can you help us lift it?" Mowgli nodded. He gathered thick leaves, tied them with vines, and built a small platform. Baloo lifted the hive gently, and together they placed it safely back on the branch. The queen bee was delighted. "For your kindness," she said, "take this jar of our finest honey." Mowgli now had bananas and honey, but he still wanted one more thing, a sweet, juicy mango. But when they reached Mango Meadow, something strange had happened. All the mangoes were gone. Suddenly, they heard a squeaky cry. "Help! Help!" It was Tikki, a tiny mouse deer. Her legs were tangled in vines. Mowgli rushed to help her. "What happened?" "A naughty windstorm shook the trees," she sniffed, "and all the mangoes fell into the river." Mowgli thought for a moment, then smiled. "I know how to get them back." He gathered big leaves, stitched them with vines, and made a leaf boat. Then he and Tikki used sticks to guide the floating mangoes toward the shore. When they were done, Tikki said gratefully, "Take the juiciest mango for your snack." Mowgli, Baloo, and their jungle friends gathered under a giant banyan tree. They peeled bananas, dipped them in honey, cut open the thick golden mango, and shared everything together. Mowgli took a bite and sighed happily. "This is the best big snack ever." Baloo patted him on the back. In the jungle, the biggest snack comes from the biggest heart. And surrounded by friends, laughter, and the sound of the jungle, Mowgli enjoyed every delicious bite. The sun was slowly setting behind the tall jungle trees, painting the sky in orange and pink. Mowgli, Baloo, and their friends were resting under the great banyan tree after enjoying their big snack. Mowgli stretched. Today was fun, but what should we do now? Before Baloo could answer, a strange humming sound echoed through the jungle. Hum, hum, hum. Tikki's ears perked up. "What is that? I've never heard it before." Baloo frowned. That's not a bee, and not a monkey either." The jungle, usually full of cheerful noises, suddenly felt quiet and a little mysterious. As darkness fell, a soft glowing light drifted between the trees. "Look," Mowgli whispered. "Something is floating." Out of the bushes appeared a beautiful glow-lantern insect, a rare jungle creature. Its wings shone like tiny stars, and its body glowed in shades of green and gold. The insect buzzed nervously around Mowgli. "It wants us to follow it," Mowgli guessed. Baloo scratched his head. Why do glowing bugs always want adventures at bedtime? Still, they followed the light deeper into the jungle. The glow insect led them to a wooden bridge that crossed a narrow river. But the bridge was broken. Shattered planks, loose ropes, everything scattered. "Oh no," said Tikki. "This bridge is the only way to the Firefly forest." The glow insect buzzed sadly and pointed its tiny legs toward the broken bridge. Mowgli knelt down. "Your home is on the other side, isn't it?" Baloo sighed. "All right, team, repair time." Mowgli gathered strong vines. Baloo pushed heavy logs. The monkeys swung down with branches. The bees brought sticky honey to glue pieces together. Even Tikki fetched small stones to support the posts. Together, they rebuilt the bridge stronger than before. The glow insect danced joyfully around them. "You're welcome," Mowgli laughed. "But where do you want to take us now?" The insect led them across the new bridge and into a magical forest glowing with thousands of fireflies. Golden lights blinked and floated like stars hanging low in the trees. "Wow!" Mowgli whispered. "It's beautiful." But soon they saw the problem. A thick fallen tree had crashed into the center of the forest, blocking the fireflies' nesting caves. The fireflies buzzed around helplessly. "We have to clear it," Mowgli said. "Their home is blocked." Baloo tried to push the tree, but it was too heavy even for him. Then the monkey leader said, "All together." The bees buzzed encouragement. Tikki pushed with her tiny legs. Mowgli and Baloo heaved with all their strength. Finally, crack! The log rolled off, freeing the glowing caves. The whole forest burst into sparkling golden light as fireflies filled the air in celebration. The glow insect fluttered down in front of Mowgli and touched his forehead gently. Suddenly, a small star-shaped mark appeared, glowing softly. "What's this?" Mowgli asked. Baloo smiled. "It's a firefly blessing. They give it only to true friends of the jungle." The forest glowed brighter, surrounding them with warm light that guided them safely back home. Back at the banyan tree, everyone settled down. That was the best night adventure ever, Mowgli said happily. Baloo yawned. "And now it's time to sleep." The jungle hummed softly, peaceful and glowing, and under the twinkling firefly sky, Mowgli drifted into dreams full of magic.